Hi everyone, my name is Diana and today I'm going to show you how to cook traditional national Dagestanian dish Chudu. Chudu is a general name for this dish. Each ethnic group in Dagestan has its own name for this dish. For example, Tabasaranian people call this dish Gюмбе or ЦИикаб, and today I'm going to show you how to cook ЦИикаб. So, these are ingredients that you will need for this dish. So you will need some beef ground or lamb ground. Today we have beef ground, some flour, some onions, meat broth, some walnuts, some salt, black ground pepper and coriander. So first chop up some onions. You will need 300 grams of onions. Then grind some walnuts. You will need 300 grams of walnuts. So from the beginning I will remind you what you will need. So you need some beef ground with beef fat. You will need a kilo of beef ground with beef fat. You will need ground walnuts. So add walnuts into our meat filling. Then add our chopped up onions. Please pay attention that you should chop up the onion into small bits, into very small bits. Add some meat broth. Some salt, half of teaspoon of black pepper, of black ground pepper, a great deal of teaspoon of coriander, and start mixing your meat filling. We put some meat broth in order our meat filling would be very succulent and juicy, and it will be much more tastier. It will be much tastier. So our meat filling is very juicy and wet. It shouldn't be dry. For that we added some meat broth. As you see, it isn't dry. It's very juicy and succulent. So now we will need to make some dough. For that you will need 1.5 kilograms of wheat flour and some salt and some water. So add some salt in the wheat flour. Mix it with the flour and add some water, and gradually pouring water in the wheat flour into the flour, start mixing it. Finally, you see we've made soft and elastic dough. For that we added enough water, and it will be easier for us to roll it out. Now our dough should rest for a while. While it is resting, we can heat up our oven. Heat up the oven to 200 degrees. After our dough has rested, we need to take it out. So you see it's soft and elastic, as I said. Cut it into 2 pieces. Roll the first piece of dough. And cut it into small pieces. So you see we made 2 small circles of dough. These are our covers. Put some flour on the table. And on our dough, on our piece of dough. Take a thin rolling pin and start rolling out the first piece of dough. Our circle of dough should be thin. So you see it's very easy to roll out our dough because it's very elastic and soft. Also please pay attention that you shouldn't turn the dough on the other side. Because in Dagestan people think that the upper side of the dough is the face of the bread. We shouldn't put too much flour on our dough. So you see, we made the first circle. It should be round. As you see, I didn't make the round dough, but I will try to do it. Now you need to roll out the other piece of dough. Again, put some flour on the table. Put the piece of dough in the middle. Put some flour on the dough. And start rolling. So you see, we have another round circle of dough, which will be the smaller one. So the first one is bigger one, and the second one should be smaller. When it's ready, make in the middle a small slot. Then take the first circle and start putting our meat filling. It will be easier for me to put it with my hand. Place the meat filling on the first circle. So as you see, we put the meat filling on the first circle, on the lower circle of dough. After you have done that, you should take the upper circle of our dough and put it on our circle with meat filling. You should cover it. It's okay. After that, you need to take some water, or you can mix the egg, and you need to drop some water on our meat pie, on our chudu. So you see, I made a little bit more. I took a lot more dough and rolled it, and now I have to cut it. But that's okay, you can do it as well. So now you need to close the meat pie. Before that, as you remember, we dropped some water, and now it's easier for us to close our pie. Some people, as I say, put an egg on the upper circle of dough. So you see, our meat pie is almost ready. Now you need to put it in the oven. For that you need to open the oven and to put it quickly into the oven. By the way, I forgot to tell you, when I put our meat pie into the oven, I should heat up the oven to 250 degrees. So remember, I heated up it to 200 degrees. Now you should increase the temperature, and it's now 250 degrees. Ready to do, you should spread with melted butter. Please pay attention, the butter is melted. Or you can spread it with the usual butter. Ready. Now I'm still cooking, but I have to give these meat pies to my brother and father because they are hungry. I will continue cooking, and I hope that you like these recipes of Dagestanian traditional national dish Chudu, and I hope that you will try to cook it later, of course.